Hey Capricorns, welcome to your Imposter Syndrome reading, where we'll take a peek at why you might be feeling out of sorts or not worthy of the good things in your life. Let's jump right in and start by pulling a couple of oracle cards to see what energies are surrounding you all for this reading. And the first card that we have out is Ixchel, Medicine Woman. You are a channel for divine healing power. Let's pull another and see what other energies are surrounding my Capricorn collective. And what we have that came out for you, is Seer. See beyond the current situation. All right, Capricorns. So not going to lie, this reading feels a little bit heavy. What it feels like is that there's something that you're missing in whatever situation it is that you're sort of tied up in, and we'll get into some tarot to see if we can pull some additional messages. But it feels as though there is something that you're not seeing, where it is that you have a gift to actually make a situation better. There's a bit of a feeling of helplessness that I have right now, and a little bit of confusion where it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's nothing I can do here. There's nothing that I can do to fix this. And it feels as though you're giving yourself not enough credit for your abilities, whether they go into the more supernatural realm or sort of the more earthly realm. I think that you have the ability to be a conduit to help other people resolve situations that seem a little bit impossible. Even if it's something that you are tied up in yourself, you're not as powerless as I think you feel that you are right now. And so it's going to be up to you to be able to look at things through a different perspective and arrive at that sort of aha moment where it's like, I know what I can do. I know how I can be helpful here. So it could be something, like a project that you have at work that's a little bit difficult to figure out how to get done. It could have to do with relationships with other people, like, well, how do I fix this communication gap? Or, I think that you have more ability than you're giving yourself credit for. So let's jump into some tarot and see if we can pull some messages for you and get some more clarity. Starting first with how you sort of got in this place and why you feel like you're an imposter. We have the Devil in reverse. So the Devil, when it's upright, is really about bad habits. It's about addictions, codependencies, things that you do that are not necessarily true to yourself, but are quite counter to the life it is that you want to live. And so I think with this Devil in reverse, there seems to be a little bit of confusion about who you are and what it is that you're capable of. There seems to be a fair amount of negative self-talk that's coming through for you all, where it's like, even if it's something that you've considered, it's like, no, I can't do that. I'm not able to do that. And we have that clarified by the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So the Ace of Pentacles is a card about a fresh start and stability and abundance. And it feels as though you have been on shaky ground for quite some time. And it's like, well, I don't know how to get out of this. I'm all over the place, and, there's nothing I can do about it. And it's like, Capricorn, that's not true. That's not true at all. But I feel like you have been sort of so unstable for such a prolonged period of time that you can't necessarily see beyond that to what's on the other side. So something that you need to acknowledge about yourself, something that you should recognize. We have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, when it's upright, the Seven of Pentacles is about planting seeds and waiting for them, nurturing them to grow. And I think that in this sort of journey, right, and figuring out why you feel so out of sorts and so out of place, it may be helpful for you to take a look at where you've been planting those seeds. As you've been fighting for stability and abundance, which the Pentacles represent, where have you been putting your time and your energy and your effort? And has it been worth it? Is there a lesson that you can take from that? So I think that there's a need for a little bit of introspection here and figuring out why you made the choices to plant your seeds where you planted them. And we also have the Seven of Wands in reverse. So this is a bit of, ordinarily it's my Thief in the Night card, but the Seven of Swords can also be about being very strategic with your life. And so having this in reverse, I think that the message that's coming through for my Capricorns out there is that you have not been very strategic with where you have put your time and your energy. It's almost like sort of buckshot, right? And nothing came out of it. The scattered energy that you put in was a scattered energy that came out. And so I feel like you're at a place now where it's just like, yep, well, not doing that again. I'm not going to intervene. I'm not going to interject because look what happened the last time. And it's just, I think it boils down to a simple shift in mindset that is going to be helpful for you going forward. So how you can get out of this energy, how you can, sort of stop feeling this way about yourself. We have the Five of Swords. So this is a bit of a conflict card, but I think for your purposes, Capricorn, that this is really about internal conflict. That there's a need for you to sort of evaluate who it is that you invest your time and your energy into. I do think that you can make those meaningful connections with other people, but you've invested in the wrong ones. And that's okay. It's happened to the best of us. There's a lesson, I think, to be gained from that. But you're going to really have to sort of fight through understanding yourself and why that is. And we have that clarified by the Three of Cups. So again, this is about community. This is about celebration with other people. So thinking through, and sorting out your feelings. Well, why did you invest in this person or this group of people? What were you expecting to get out of it? Where was the return on that investment? Did you not get one? Why did that happen? And so I think that instead of sort of glossing over things or just completely shutting down, that there's going to be a little bit of an internal dialogue that you're having to figure out why your interactions with other people are the way that they are. So how can you feel like less of an imposter? We have the King of Wands in reverse, we have the Sun, and we also have the Two of Cups in reverse. And so I feel as though, one big thing that you might want to think about in terms of taking a step is reclaiming your happiness. And that sounds very cliche, that sounds very trite, I get it. But it feels as though there's a need for you to return to innocence, like just completely wiping the slate clean and more trusting your intuition. More than that, though, acknowledging that everybody is not for you. So with the Two of Cups in reverse, this is two people who don't necessarily see eye to eye. It doesn't mean that they're a horrible person. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means that you have a fundamental difference in the way that you think, the way that you operate, the way that you move through life. And that's okay. It feels as though there's also a need for you to be a little bit more grounded in how it is that you approach people. I think that Capricorn, you may go all in, like 150%, like right off the break. And Spirit is telling you with the King of Wands that maybe dial back that energy a little bit. Let things unfold, get to know other people over time, and then you will be better equipped to make those decisions on how you engage with them. So I think that in doing so, you'll get to know the other person will get to know you, and you can see whether or not you all align, for the long term in looking at the bigger picture, being able to see what's beyond that sort of immediate superficial. But, you're not going to gel with everybody, and that's okay. It doesn't have to happen. There are billions and billions of people in this world that will allow you to do so. So, a message that you need to hear from Spirit, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. So, the Page of Cups is a very naive energy. They're very fresh. They don't have a lot to offer. But this is sort of the beginnings of your engagement, of your interaction with other people. So, even though this person is, a little bit shy, they have something that they want to give, right? Especially in the context of these interpersonal relationships. So I think that you are going to get to the point where you're ready, and that readiness is going to bring in others. And we have this clarified by the Lovers. So this is a profound connection. This is something deeper than what it is that you've experienced before. I think that your willingness to go slow, to get to know another person, to engage them, is going to give them a level of comfort that they're going to be able to do the same for you as well. So making sure that you're very thoughtful about your interactions, about your engagement with other people, is going to be important for you going forward if you are building these sort of healed and healthy relationships that you're looking for. So this is no longer superficial. You are absolutely taking the time to be thoughtful and strategic about your approach and how you interact with other people. So it's a good thing. So why are you deserving of this? We have the Eight of Pentacles, because you've worked hard, because you have taken every lesson that you possibly can from your past experiences, and you've used them to not just heal yourself, but to change the way that you meet other people, that you approach other people, that you engage with other people. So you've put in the work, and you're absolutely deserving of that. And it's taken a while. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's constantly spinning. But I think in your situation, Capricorn, you felt that things were a little bit stagnant, that things were not necessarily moving in your favor, but you've worked through that. And so that effort that you've put into yourself is going to reflect in the people that interact with you. And so now you have a more 360 perspective of your relationships. And through your healing, you're able to enable other people to do the same, so that what comes to you is something much more healthy, much more stable that you were looking for. So that's what I got from my Capricorn collective. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.